What's going on, guys? Matt Everett here with Lethal Camaro, and today I want to do the quick install guide for the 2016-2017 SS LT 1LE, I believe Z01, and for the convertibles as well, which you should have had this already, strut tower brace. So I believe the strut tower brace is stock on all the convertible models, but if you're not a convertible, you don't have a strut tower brace. So I already did an overview video. If you guys missed it, check it out in the upper right hand corner. But this video is strictly for the install on how this is going to work. Now, the one caveat here is I do have the Mishimoto catch can that is installed in place of one of the bolts that we do have to remove and replace. That comes with the strut tower brace. So also we'll work around that. But let's get right on into it. So with today's install, you will need a ratchet and a 1/2 inch socket. I am using a torque wrench to meet the guidelines for the pounds-foot of torque needed on the bolts. Want to make sure that's done properly. For those of you who don't have a torque wrench, I'm pretty sure you can go down to any of your local car shops and whatnot, let them know what you need to have it tightened at, and they can do it for you for free, or if not, a really super cheap cost. In this instance, there's going to be 2 bolts we are replacing that come with the strut tower brace. And the bolts we're actually going to be undoing today is the bolt here and the first bolt right here, and the same thing over here. So first bolt right here and this bolt right there. So we'll go ahead and remove those bolts and get the strut tower brace ready for install. So next step is actually lining up the strut tower brace bar on the bolt holes where they need to go. Now, as I mentioned at the start of my video, I do have the Mishimoto catch can installed on my vehicle. And one thing I did notice is that brace that is installed there does cause this corner over here to sit a little bit higher. Now, to make sure the bar and everything sit appropriately, I do have 3 washers. I'm going to put one on this side. It's on the inside bolt right here. And then 2 on that side to just elevate both of those so it's the same height and elevation across. And, you know, there's not like any lopsidedness in how it's installed. So that's what I'm doing. If you guys don't have the Mishimoto, again, it's an aftermarket catch can. You don't have to worry about this. But if you do have a catch can from Mishimoto that has a mounting bracket there, I would recommend making sure that the bar is level, and I'm doing that with just a few simple washers. So here we go. So in this install, the 2 bolts that are actually holding the brace, so these are the black bars coming across, the 2 front bolts that you removed, you're actually going to discard these and not use them and replace these with the new bolts provided in the kit. And these are the 2 bolts that are replaced. You'll see they're definitely longer, and that's to make up for the lifted rise. And I'll actually show you this. So you can see this actually adds quite a bit of depth, so you need a longer bolt to reach and screw in. Pretty straightforward. And then the stock bolt for the outside corner that's going on your strut tower, it's already plenty long, so there's enough thread to grip there. They don't provide new bolts there. And the other thing to mention is that these will be tightened at 16 pounds-foot, or for those of you, 22 Nm across the board. So we'll go ahead and install these. And again, these long bolts, they go on the inside bolt, and you'll remove the black bolts, and your stock silver bolts for your strut tower will be reused. And in this instance, I will use 1 of my washers because of my catch can. Again, this is not in the install instructions. And I'm just going to get those bolts started because I do need to get that side and be able to lift them off. So I can get the bolts and the washers in place. So I got the inside bolt on that side tightened up. Now I'm going to do this side, just because I want to make sure everything lines up. So now that I got those bolts installed, I am using an inch-pound torque wrench. So you'll see for 16 pounds, what is that? 192 inch-pounds. So for those of you who don't know, inch-pounds for basically every inch, it's 12 per pound-foot. So what you'll want to do is for every number, so if the guide says 16 pounds-foot, then you need to set it basically 16 times 12, which I believe is 192, and you'll set that for that. So let's see what I got mine at. So that's 190. Sorry, can't see if you guys are, hopefully you guys can see that. And then we'll set that to 2 and go ahead and lock that and tighten these up. And you know when it's at the right setting when you just hear it click over. Just like that. That's how you know it's at the proper setting. Alrighty guys, there you have it. That is the full install for the strut tower brace for the 2016-2017 Camaro SS, LT, 1LE, ZL1, and your convertibles out there. It includes them all. This part is available through your direct purchase through your dealer, or you can go to that GM Parts Guy or many other sites. I believe that GM Parts Guy has the best current pricing for the product. And I do believe, I do believe the LT version is coming, but the install is basically the same. Outside of that, hopefully you guys enjoyed the guide. Let me know what you guys think about the strut tower brace. I know some of you might be asking, Sledge, I thought you were gonna install this after the fact, or install this after painting it. I do want to paint it. I definitely want to paint it. The problem is, I'm in SoCal, and shockingly, it's gotten very cold. So that's kind of put a damper on my spray paint abilities, and it's not really getting very warm outside right now. I think right now outside it's like in the low 40s, which is definitely not painting time. And again, I usually only get time to work, do stuff on my car in the evenings and on the weekends, and I just have not had time to get the paint going. Outside of that, I probably will paint it. I may even go down the road of powder coating it. I haven't quite decided on what color, but that's going to be the next step. But that's a full install. Again, if you guys have questions, let me know. Post in the comments below. And until next time, I'll see you on the road.